They wanna see me in action. All of this heat that I'm packing, bet I'm making nervous. They go and pay for protection. The way that I move is aggressive. You gotta meet me in person. I do this shit with passion. My name around the atlas.
What's up, my good people? It's Cosmos Decor right here, aka Kosu again. Need no introduction for those that know me. Today I'm right here reporting live from the map with my G, Nino Real Castellano, and we're going to sit and decipher the mixtape that I recently dropped. So before we get into that, I just want to give you a real intro or real info on what I've been doing this couple of years. So basically my journey started back in 2003 when I was 10 years old. Started writing and rapping. Only got to record my first track in 2012. Which was my first professional track that I went to the studio and recorded with Edison Natale. And then after that, met up with a few homies, Tazoos and David Dagger. We formed the group and then dropped my first project, which was titled the Wordplay Mixtape Rise of a New Breed in 2015. After the group splitted, went into a solo career and then dropped my first solo project, which was titled Out the Trap Untold Stories, which was dropped in 2017. Of that tape, I dropped 3 videos, did a few singles for radio, networked with a whole lot of rappers and industry natives. Went on also to do my first local radio show, which was the Top 10 with Fresh FM. With that mixtape, that mixtape was the catalyst, man, to my career. It set off everything. 2019 saw me drop my second studio mixtape, which was titled Before the Stories Continue, a playlist by the Hooligan, which compelled or was a compilation tape of 5 tracks that I used as a breather for my next tape, which would be now the Out the Trap Stories Continue, which I dropped in 2020. 2020 saw me drop that tape, a 10-track tape. The tape was accompanied by a listening session and a clothing line. Overall, the success of the tape was major. Really didn't get much time to put it out there because just before I did, the coronavirus came into play and everything came to a standstill. With that said, 2020, 2021, 2022, haven't been doing nothing musically except for recording. So I was a bit on a down low for a minute there. So because of the coronavirus, I just didn't feel the need to put out music, and because we couldn't perform, we couldn't promote the music, we couldn't have tours, so I just kept the music to myself. 2023 saw me drop 2 tapes in 1 year in the space of 6 months. The first tape, which was Before Mission Statement, a playlist by the Hooligan 2, and then the second tape, Before Mission Statement, a playlist by the Hooligan 3. All these 2 tapes consist of 6 tracks. In each tape is 6 tracks, and on all the tapes I've worked with producers from the country, meaning all the tracks that were on those tapes were 100% original music. With that said, I feel like 2023 was the best year I had so far musically because of the consistency and everything. We're going to dive deep into the music now with this interview by looking at the 2 tapes and what it took to get this bodies of work out. So let's sit down and have the interview with my G, Nino Real Castellano.
Yes, what's up guys? So today we are basically here to find out what it took for Kosi Hooligan to create these beautiful bodies of work. How he got it done, what got him motivated, all that. Yeah. So it's me, Nino Real. What's up, G? Yeah, too much G. So basically I'm here to interview you, to ask you a about your music and what got you into music. Yeah, basically, what got you into music?
What got me into the music in the first place? Just the love for the music. Grew up with my grandma and my mom playing this old 90s pop and 2000, early 2000 music. That got me into music. I think that was the major
Basically, who were your influences? Like who influenced you? Like other rappers, other musicians. Who would you say like in the 90s were like your go-to? Like when you're listening to music.
I think the influence came from my mom. The most influence came from my mom. Yeah, she introduced me to all this type of music from the boy band groups like the Backstreet Boys, the Westlife, all that shit. So I would say that the influence comes from my mom and also a few of my friends that I grew up with. Most of my friends are like music fanatics. So with that, with all of that in play, I think that influenced me to take this step into music.
What would you describe the music that you typically create? What would you describe it as?
I would like to think of it as luxury conscious rap.
Luxury conscious, like
Yeah,
that's playing more like what you mean like luxury conscious?
basically just the type of beats I choose, the type of way I rap on the beats, the production. I always try and emulate the big dogs like Jigga Man and Kanye West. And if you look into this nigga's music, you would realize that they are set apart from the rest of the crowd. Actually, they set themselves apart from the rest of the crowd by choosing different beats, finding new ways for production, sampling, finding new ways on how to rap or how to structure your rap, all those stuff. So I would say those guys push the envelope for how I create my music and how I look at my music. That's why I say that it's luxury rap, luxury conscious rap. The luxury part just explains the type of beats and production I'm into, but then the conscious part emulates to me talking about real situations and everything that's going down in the hood, stuff like that.
So basically music that makes you think.
Yeah, basically that's it.
So what emotions and experiences do you draw from like when you make your music?
A lot of experiences, man. A lot of experiences. I can't pinpoint out any experience at this moment in time, but I can say that there's been a lot of experiences that I've learned from doing music only. I won't be able to pinpoint it and be like, nah, this is the experience that I'm talking about. But definitely there has been a few.
So how did you approach the arrangement and the production of the songs on the tape?
With this tape.
Yeah, this tape.
Before Mission Statement 3, basically, like I said, I have these tracks with me for a few years. I kept them in the vault and kept on working on them. Every time going back to the production, trying to see how I can improve the tracks. So the way I approached the arrangement and all of that, it just came off of feeling. How I was feeling at that time. That's how I arranged the tracks, or how I plot my tracks off the feeling, off the vibe that I'm getting.
So basically when the world was rearranging itself, you were also rearranging your music and how you feel and stuff like that. So what have you worked with on the production of this body of work?
Okay.
Who have you worked with? I mean, who have you worked with on this? on this project?
So basically on this project, a few artists will help me out with the features. A lot of artists will help me out with the features. Ace Loction, Ludi Rex, Slick 88, Smart, had Nazi Fresh, Party Smokes, Scary. All these guys were there to help me out either with features or production.
So these guys are based where? They're based here in locally, local guys.
All artists that work with the project are local artists.
The songs are originally Namibian, no mixtape, YouTube beats, nothing like that.
Nothing like that. The songs on the tape on Before Mixing Statement 3, number 1 to 5 are all original tracks produced by Ludi Rex. Only number 2, which was produced by Ace Loction, and then number 3 was produced by Dark Side. Dark Side is a producer from the United States, but we got the rights to work on that beat. So yeah, all the beats, all the songs are original, everything original. But I would first want to say thanks to everyone that actually pulled their weight to make this project happen. From everyone that I worked with to everyone that listened to the music after it was put out. So yeah, thanks to that.
Did you face any challenges or obstacles when you're making the tape? And how did you overcome them?
There was a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges. You know, when you drop your first project, from there you always think like, nah, from here it's gonna be easier because of muscle memory. But nah, I just realized that every time you approach a new project, it gets harder. It gets harder. Like there's always something new to learn. So with this tape, basically the obstacles were trying to find a studio where I could set up and actually be free and be myself. That was one of the challenges that I had making this tape. The second challenge I would say was having to finance the music, having to finance the studio time, having to finance to pay the producers for their beats and stuff like that. So that was a lot of work.
But there was a time where I came through, like personally, I found you recording in the sitting room.
Yeah.
How I was like working at home. How did that feel?
The best feeling ever. That's the best feeling ever. Like working at home, I mean, you have all the time to work on what you want to do as much as you can. So we set up the studio, then we had like a 2-day session with my bro, Ludi Rex and Sleep. That's where half of the songs came from for the recent tape that we dropped, like for live action, the one that's playing in the background. Yeah, those are some of the tracks that we did here. And then being in studio at home, best feeling ever. I mean, I could just wake up any time and then start recording and
Sleep anytime.
sleep at any time or tweak anything that I want to change.
Think of an idea and
Think
then
of
just
an idea and just do it all the time. So yeah, having the studio here was a big bonus, big plus for the production of the mixtape.
So, speaking of the tape, do you have like a favorite song and what makes the song special for you?
When I first listened to the tape, my favorite track was Faded, which is the third track of the tape. But giving it time over, let's say, over a period of 2 weeks, I switched from Faded to Live Action. Live Action is currently my favorite track because of the production of the beat on that shit. From the recording to the mixing, the mastering, the beat making, everything was just on point. And the energy that we had on that, the energy that Slick brought to the track, the energy that Smart brought to the track was so out of this world. It created an environment that created timeless music. Yeah, so I would say Faded and Live Action are my favorite tracks off the tape.
So I see there are a lot of collabs, like features, a lot of features.
Yeah.
Like how did it feel working with other artists? What energy did they bring to the songs that you did? Like you were talking about Slick and Smart, bringing like pure energy to the song Faded.
Yeah. So basically, that's that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for, a different type of energy. So when I'm working with another artist or collaborating with another artist, I'm not looking for another artist that sounds good because that's the same thing as me. I'm looking for someone that brings something new to the table. So from all the artists that I worked with, I basically just reached out to them because of that energy that they had. I had a track with me, and I felt like, nah, I need to put this nigga on this track, and it just depends on the vibe. So if I listen to the beat, I would know exactly, nah, I need to put a person on the song, or I need to put a feature on the song, or I need to put another voice on the song. So it all depends on the energy of the track. What they bring to the table is basically a different vibe, a different space,
Different style.
different style. Yeah, it obviously complements my style as well. So yeah, that's all I'm looking for when I'm working with another artist. I'm looking for a different style, someone who can complement my style.
Speaking of collaborating with artists, other artists, like, do you have like any dream collaborations that you see you yourself doing in the future?
Here in Namibia or around the world?
Like locally and internationally.
Locally, I think I've worked with everyone that I've always wanted to work with. I always say this, like, I've worked with the best rappers already. None of the mainstream guys in Namibia I would really want to work with, apart from, let's say, Bobby, Bamboo Fandikas, Ngai. But then, apart from those two niggas, I've already worked with some of the best rappers in the country. So locally, nah, not really.
What about international?
Internationally, I would like to work with 80s and Zuchi. Zuchi is also one of my favorite producers, so that is someone that I would like to work with. Definitely Travis Scott and Kanye West, because they have similar style.
Yeah,
also, the goats. So basically, those four artists I would like to work with. And last but not least, this is just a dream collaboration. 50 Cent.
You can manifest that thing.
50 Cent, because he's the reason why I started rapping in the first place. He's the reason why I keep on rapping still to this day. And he's the reason, basically, he's the reason why I'm Kosi Hooligan. So he would be like a dream collaborator for me.
So, what do you think listeners take from your music when they listen to it? What do you think motivates them to come and get more music from you?
I think just because of the authenticness, the originality, being true to yourself, foot on the ground, head in the sky, telling real life stories, being grounded, to say. I think that's why people gravitate to my music. The fact that I can express myself in a way that everyone can feel connected to that particular story that I'm telling. Whether I'm rapping about being in the hood, the hustle, whether I'm rapping about popping bottles or having fun, whether I'm rapping about social issues, whatever I'm rapping about, that's the thing that gets the people more into the music, gets them going, yeah. I don't know what it is, it's provocative, it gets the people going.
Yeah, like going back, you were saying like 50 Cent is the reason you started rapping. So what like basically influenced your music journey, influenced it?
Definitely 50. Definitely my mom, definitely my friends, definitely the music that I grew up listening to, definitely the things and the environments that I've been exposed to. All those things play a major role in influencing or shaping me into the music that I'm making today. So yeah, all of that shit, everything that has happened to me within my 30 years of existence.
Because I remember like way back you used to record like cassette tapes. Like a lot of people don't know what cassette tapes are. This guy used to record with cassette tapes.
Yeah, we used to be like,
Like no beats, no nothing.
no
record
beats, no
straight.
nothing. We'll just put the cassette in and hit record on the tape recorder, and then we'll record and then play it back just to hear ourselves rap. Back then we're not as good as how we are now, but yeah, the passion, the drive was and is still the same.
Yeah, listening to this body of work, how did this recording and production process like influence the vision of your music?
So, basically, like I told you, after dropping the Stories Continue mixtape, I was at the crossroads because I haven't dropped any music like in 3 years, but putting this music together helped me realize that, oh shit, man, there's still a lot to be done. There's still a lot of music to be put out. There's still a lot of mixtapes to be recorded and put out for the masses.
You're still not done.
No. This is just scratching the surface. Right now we're in 6 mixtapes. The plan is to have 9 mixtapes before we get into album mode.
So preparation.
Yeah,
Preparation.
yeah. Basically,
But it seems like you are like already there, bro.
getting back to the question. I'm sorry to cut you off, but getting back to the question is like I like to say like most of the stuff that we do, man, people don't appreciate that. So we need to find a way. We need to find a way to entice the audience. To entice the audience so they can actually want to consume the product that we are making. So me doing mixtapes is basically just trying to get pockets of fans wherever I can get. So when I get to the time of dropping the album, I know that I'll make a sale off of it. I'll drop an album for an audience. So basically that's it.
So you're saying that this is like for you to like create like
momentum, like
traction before you like launch an album.
Yeah, and also getting back to your question, the reason why I'm not done doing mixtapes at this point in time is also because of the finances. The finance is an issue as well. So I have to give myself time in order to finance my music so I can put out albums. I cannot put out albums with this type of economy, with this type of financing. I cannot afford studio time at the moment. So I'll have to come up with creative ways on how I can entice the masses and the audience so they can gravitate towards the music. And also doing the mixtapes, that's just another way of keeping my vision intact, to know where I'm going. It's a way, it's like a map that I've drawn for myself to show me like, hey, you can't skip the steps. You gotta keep to the steps in order to get to the next level. So basically me dropping this tape was just me adding up to the steps so I can get to the next level.
Levels on levels.
Yes, sir.
So like are there any recurring themes or symbols that you see in your music?
Yeah.
And what do they represent?
Definitely. I don't know, but for the people that have listened to my music ever since I started off, they will know that the theme is always and will always be, the mission is to get out the trap for me and my niggas.
Yeah, the trap. Now going back to the trap, the whole thing. Like, what do you mean by the trap?
Okay, let me
For those
just
who don't listen to hip hop like we do.
okay, let me just start off by saying this. The trap simply refers to the hood. The hood, the trap, the term trap actually started off as referring to an abandoned house that was used by drug dealers. But the way we take it nowadays is basically hustling and to rise out of poverty. Like the acronym for trap today, we say trap. T, to rise above poverty or to rise out of poverty. So basically that's the whole statement. And also getting back to your questions regarding the theme of the music and the songs, yes, like I said before, my mixtape is a series, and the series name is Out the Trap. And the Out the Trap, it basically started off in 2016 as you know, when we were listening to Young Thug, them, and all these new cats were coming up and stuff like that, and everybody was referring to the music as trap. So it started off there. Then as okay, I don't want to do that type of music that the new kids are doing. I want to do the same old school, sticking to the old school principles, but doing modern music. So basically my idea was like, let's get out of the trap. Let's get out of whatever the niggas are doing today, and let's do something for ourselves. Even though we are moving forward, we're still sticking to the principles of hip-hop and how the forefathers laid it down for us. So my initial thought was, okay, I'm gonna name my series Out the Trap, and then I'm gonna make 6 tracks or 6 mixtapes in that series. And I started off by doing Out the Trap 1, Out the Trap 2, and I'm busy now with Out the Trap 3, which will be released probably this year or next year, depending on how we get the shit done.
So Hooligan, how do you measure success as an artist? Like besides commercial success or commercial recognition?
Success to me is just taking care of your family. Apart from music-wise, if I have to think about music-wise, commercially, I don't see how you can be successful musically and not take care of your family or your people. So for me, success would be like being able to take care of your people out of the commercial aspect. That would be my feeling of success.
So how do you handle like criticism or feedback when it comes to music?
I love feedback. I love criticism because that only shows me that I'm doing something right.
And people are listening.
Yeah. Because the way I take it is there's no such thing as good or bad. There's no such thing as bad, not publicity, but there's no such thing as good or bad feedback. Or there's no such thing as good or bad criticism. That only means people are listening to you. So if there's someone that has something to say about what you're doing, that only means the only way you can go is up. So the way I handle it, I love it, man. The more the merrier, the more the better.
What do you see for yourself next, like musically?
In the next few years, I want to finish my mixtape series, the Out the Trap series. Obviously, go into the album mode. I want to drop an album, and from there we'll see how it goes. Yeah, but definitely, mixtape series has to be the first goal I want to achieve. If I finish off that mixtape series and go into album mode, then I'll be happy as an artist.
How do you hope to impact the music scene in like the next few years?
I would like to see my influence across the genre of hip hop rap. I would also like to see infrastructure in a sense of me building infrastructure for the upcoming youngins that also want to do music. I would like to be that main guy that everyone look up to and be like, yo, that's the go-to guy if we want to do anything regarding music, whether it's rapping, whether it's songwriting, whether it's executive producing, label owning, events management, all that type of shit. Yeah.
Okay, speaking of like the upcoming youngins, you see yourself mentoring or teaching them like in the future?
Yes, definitely. In the future, like you know, I plan on opening up my own studio. I'm already in the works with the label. So definitely in the future, I would like to work with the upcoming artists and see how we can improve their art and improve the whole industry at large. But for the upcoming artists, yeah, definitely I would like to work with them, teach them a few things that I've learned over the years. So yes, definitely that's something that is in the pipeline as well. For the upcoming, there's something big for them as well, especially here in the Met Town. Definitely.
So yeah, what advice do you have for them, the upcoming artists?
Nah, just keep
New
going.
musicians, these guys that are trying
Just keep going.
thing for the first time.
Just keep going, keep working on your art, try and keep improving every time, listen to feedback, try improving yourself, try working on your production, network with other artists as well. So yeah, just keep on going, man. That's my advice to the artists. Keep on going, keep on moving, because this is not the industry where things happen overnight. It takes hard work and dedication and 10,000 hours just to get to that 15 minutes of fame. Although we're not fighting for that 15 minutes, all I'm saying is that just to get to that point, it will take you a lot of hard work. Yeah.
So wrapping things up, what legacy do you hope to leave with your music?
The legacy I would like to leave with my music is basically, like I said in the previous question, I would like to be the go-to guy. And I would also like to leave a legacy, a blueprint on how things should be done musically, especially in our country, regarding how people handle hip-hop and stuff like that. So I would like to leave my legacy, I would like to leave my label, my music for the people so they can actually learn something from that. My whole thing is basically learn from what I'm doing right now. That is my legacy that I want to leave. I'm not expecting to be the biggest star in the world, but I'm expecting from people to learn from what I'm doing right now.
The kids are watching.
Yeah, the kids are always watching. So basically that's it. The mission is to get out to trap. That's one of the slogans as well. From the beginning, ever since I started my music career till now, it has always been the mission, and hopefully by the end, that mission would have been accomplished.
Yeah, so there you have it, guys. We had a sit down with the legendary Hooligan. Just to talk about his recent body of work before mission statement. So there you have it, guys. The Hooligan is spoken. We just had a sit down with him regarding his recent mixtape, which was
Before Mission Statement, a playlist by the Hooligan 3,
which is now available on Soundcloud, Audiomack, and YouTube.
Yeah.
The mixtape series is a promo package. It's a promo package since the Hooligan tends to make a name for himself in this music industry,
The underground realm of Namibian and African hip hop.
He tends to be Africa's biggest music export. Follow the Hooligan on social media.
That's on X, Kosi Hooligan, Instagram, Kosi Hooligan, Facebook, Kosi Hooligan. meta, what you call this, threads. Cause again, only platform I'm not on is TikTok. And I'm never gonna go on that shit.
Anyways, Hooligan, any last words?
Yeah, the last words for everyone out there is that go out there and stream the mixtape. It's out before Mission Statement, the playlist by the Hooligan 3. Stream it, download, share it with your people. Let me know what you think of it. And yeah, that's it, man. The mission is to get out the trap for me and my niggas, and that's exactly what we're going to do.